Hello, and welcome back to the Competence Plus virtual reality mini series videos. Today, we are going to talk about the awareness of conflicts or conflict management virtual reality simulation the Competence Plus has developed to accompany the materials you have read through the e learning platform. To use the modules which we have developed, you only need to use one button, and that's the trigger button as the red arrow is pointing to. And let's get started. So when you are inside of the application, you will be presented with the choice of languages. Do not forget that the English language is no longer available. For the purpose of this demo, I'm using the English language as most likely all of you will understand it. Upon selecting the language, select the conflict management and use this trigger button as showcased in the presentation slide before to hold the ticket. And then on the small blue circles spawning and showcasing around, that's how you teleport and put the ticket. If you are not sure you want to do the conflict management, press choose another. But if you want to do the conflict management scenario, press OK. For the conflict management, you are going to be inside of the bus in the role of the conductor or the person who checks the tickets. The person in front of you is your colleague. Usually, you start with this briefing information, telling you what has happened so far to get you into the role. Since we do not have any audio inside of the English version, you can see that the text which the people are talking is very fast. That's not the case when you have the audio inside. You can scroll through the text as you would through the phone, simply point the laser on. Then you can see that there are some small triangles showcasing where they are pointing. That's the person who is speaking. You will be showcased with different actions and decisions. To select a decision, just press the trigger button or press the trigger button twice. Unfortunately, we have selected the wrong. Now we have a possibility to try again and see if we can fix the issue. I have selected the solution, but as you can see, the program is not following. And that's because I have not clicked on the current choice twice. As soon as you do the double click, then it's going to work as it should. Furthermore, I'm not going that much into the story. You can read through the materials yourself or try it yourself to be a little more immersed. I am now currently showcasing you how to win this scenario or how to do it correctly. This is important for you as an educator to know which actions are the right ones. And the reason why is that is when your students struggle to understand why they are having the wrong choices and you don't see the visual input of where inside of the scenario they are, it is easier for you to know if they are following your instructions and the instructions of the material in the e-learning platform. Continuing with getting the necessary steps for this scenario is to stay engaged with both your colleague and the customer or the person who is encountering the issues with the mobile app to purchase the ticket. Always try to be polite and follow the conflict resolution materials which are on the e-learning platform. Sometimes when you make a prompt, it is showcasing you text, which your character or you in your position should say. We recommend that you have your students try the application once, just to explore it and see how they would interact. Then for the second time, give them specific instructions. You have to apply the conflict resolution methods and techniques, and ask them why they have selected the choices they did. And on the third time, when you will ask them to try this virtual reality scenario, is to ask them, okay, what exactly would you tell to that person? This is to bring the knowledge and the confidence to your students to actually perform these tasks even in a stressful situation. As you can see, your colleague is also very angry, and that's because the colleague is very new at her job, and she only has one instruction, and that is that you have to have a ticket, otherwise you are not you will receive a fine. For the purpose of this scenario, of course, that's not something what we would like to do. You want them to learn how to do the conflict resolution rather than following the company policy, which is important, of course, but we are using this virtual reality experience in order to bring the confidence skills and understanding and application of the materials which you have taught them. To quickly showcase you how to lose the game or how to not do the conflict resolution correctly, I'm going to redo the whole scenario real quick and show you one of the ways how you can lose. For example, in the conflict management, it is the remain silent or basically stay passive in the dialogue. Sometimes the game will tell you that you are not doing something correctly, and it will ask you to try to change your choices. This is a good debriefing or discussion starter for your students to see why is that, and then you can apply the knowledge from the e-learning platform. As you can see, I have lost the game and I'm back in the main menu. So I can be up and ready to restart as many times as it is necessary. You can also use this VR solution in a class of multiple students. You can, for example, have one student inside of the VR and showcase on the big screen what they are doing and ask your students to take notes. Once again, I'm trying to showcase you what are the other ways where you can lose. Sometimes, even if you will go a little later on in the scenario, you can select the correct choices, but you can end up losing because you have not done all the necessary steps which were showcased in the presentation in the conflict management e-learning platform. This is one of the ways how most of your students who are working in public transport sector might respond, and that is to stick very strictly to the company policy. Which, as long as it is right in different countries, you have to be aware that that's not the purpose of this VR experience. The purpose of this VR experience is to apply the theoretical knowledge you have taught your students and basically put them into practice. Now I am going to select a different module, and that's something you can look forward to. So thank you very much for your attention. If you will have any questions, I'll leave your comments and we will try to get back to you. In case we are not replying, please go to our website and scroll for the contact information. The colleagues who have been working on this project from across the Europe are going to be looking forward to your questions and answer them if you have them. Thank you very much and have a lovely day.